Thank you, Madam President. I would like to thank our workers who have been working extremely hard to get the people of New South Wales through the pandemic. This includes all of our health workers, paramedics, nurses, doctors, hospital cleaners and security, transport workers, retail, warehouse workers, manufacturing, teachers, local council workers and many, many more. Unfortunately, they were put under extreme pressure because Premier Perrottet refused to listen to expert health advice and did not plan or prepare. Despite being alerted to the risks and the added pressure it would bring to our health system in early December, the Premier did not listen to the health advice and he ditched the mask requirements, dropped the use of QR code check-ins and scrapped density limits. Now, as a result of ignoring our experts, there has been real consequences for our health system and our overstretched health workers have been struggling. Without any planning from the Premier, we also saw our small businesses suffer immensely. In making matters worse, the Perrottet government has disgracefully wasted taxpayers' money. The Liberals and Nationals sell themselves as the superior economic managers, when in reality, they are absolutely incompetent. The government was exposed for wasting $775 million buying worthless protective personal equipment that had to be thrown away as it was unusable, out of date, or did not meet the TGA standards. That is an enormous amount of taxpayers' money for the Perrottet government to squander. It's not only the money Premier Perrottet has been throwing away. He set up the Transport Asset Holding Entity, TAHI, as a budget con, and now he is responsible for the worst economic mismanagement in our state's history, with taxpayers set to lose more than $13 billion by the end of this decade. And to add insult to injury, he backed in the catastrophe he created by saying he absolutely stood by the entity. He's not even fazed that its management have been searching for new headquarters because they dislike the vibe of its Haymarket offices. Perrottet's reckless leadership method is a slap in the face to underpaid health workers, teachers, bus and rail workers, and many more. Perrottet has also spent time ensuring ministerial budgets will rise by $7.5 million. This is a blatant attempt to create a slush fund to employ an army of political staff before the next election. This comes at a time when our health workers are saying hospitals haven't been coping, schools are under-resourced, and the Premier is thinking more about Liberal Party politics than our health and education systems. You know that what could have been spent with all that taxpayers' money that Perrottet has been wasting? How about funding our under-resourced schools and hospitals and reducing the surgery wait time lists in New South Wales? Our ambulance officers are the lowest paid in the country. That money could have gone to paying them a proper wage. They have been working around the clock to help our residents. After working 13-hour gruelling shifts, they've been forced to take their ambulances home and be on call. Our regional, rural and remote ambulance services are very much in need of increased resourcing too. Our health workers and our hospital security workers are under immense pressure and consistently experience violence and have gone without adequate support from the government during the pandemic. The government should be providing them support rather than throwing money down the drain at a whim. Small businesses are the lifeblood of our communities and were crying out for support from December, with Labor backing their calls. They've only been able to apply for support in mid-February. So many small businesses owners are saying it is inadequate and coming far too late. Perrottet's economic management style means that our city is the most tolled city on earth. Vital taxpayers' money is consistently wasted and residents are left with higher taxes and skyrocketing fines. Taxpayers are paying the price for Perrottet's incompetence, and it must stop.